I'm Janet Winter, and I've taught a hybrid statistics course for several semesters. This course combines in-class instruction and activities with online homework, online simulations and associated quizzes, and also some written out-of-class projects that are done in groups. Students use course guides to prepare for class, to take notes in class, and also to review after class. The technologies that are important for this hybrid class are the daily agenda. Everything is clickable from that daily agenda. It gives you before, during, and after class reviews. The course guides are important because it gives the concise set of information for the students to use. The online homework is important because it helps students to practice. It tallies what they've done. It doesn't let them do things incorrectly. However, it is also very important for students to engage in social learning. The course has projects or sets of problems that are completed with paper and pencil outside of class with teams of stat buddies. Teaching hybrid classes has been very enjoyable. When students do the work, they learn. Class averages are as high or higher than other sections on common final exams. In fact, this method is so very effective that I really don't want to teach any other way. There are many things that students like about hybrid classes. They like the course guides because they have their accurate, concise set of notes. They like the organization of the course and the ease of locating materials. Varied options for learning is also very popular with the students. Developing this course has reinforced my belief in active learning. I always believe students learn by doing. It is most important that activities in and out of class engage the student. Through the process of teaching this way, I've improved my teaching. I always review tests and final exams with an eye on improving teaching. I look for error patterns and think of ways to restructure learning. Clickers, however, move that feedback to in-class learning. It lets both teacher and student know about issues early in the learning process. There are 3 things I would suggest you do if you're going to develop a hybrid course. First, work with the Center for Learning and Teaching. Second, develop that course completely before you start to teach it. The third thing is to be prepared to revise. The first time you do the course, I'm sure you're going to be pleased, but the second time you'll be proud of what your students have done and what you have created. Like everything else, there are things students don't like about hybrid classes. Unprepared students have problems when they arrive in class without their reading material, without their tables, without their calculators. In a hybrid class, this is exacerbated. Technology issues with online homework, they're there, and we have to deal with them. Some students would prefer to receive credit for the time that they spent working on their homework rather than for correct answers. Students get frustrated with the quizzes that are online. They receive the maximum grade for 3 attempts, and they just don't realize that this means that they don't understand the material if they're not getting the questions right. This hybrid class has many benefits for both my students and myself. Since definitions, procedures, and theorems are included in the course guide, students are not madly copying from the board, but they're participating in activities instead of taking notes. This is definitely more fun for me and increases learning for students. Students aren't making mistakes when they're copying from the board, so what they have in front of them is accurate and correct. It's also organized so they can locate things when they need it. Since Friday review classes are only required for A/B students, I can concentrate my time on the students who really need the help. Since the online homework is graded for each problem as it is submitted, students are not doing problems incorrectly. The course guide has additional examples and a Check Yourself section, which provides more examples than I could ever give in class. It also gives the students to do that, to do a problem and to check themselves and see it written down the way I would write it. In some ways, I think the structure of the course helps students learn how to be better students.